Okay, so I'm gonna send the link now. Yeah, the actual link for the stream. That's true and correct, yes. I'll type a message now. Okay, so I'm just busy quickly getting all the stuff out to everyone. There you go. I was on Tijni's stream today. How do you like that, mate? I was on it. No, I mean I was the daily race. My friend finished first, I finished second, he finished third. So I'm just quickly... No, well I was on 47.6, so I just managed to do it 2.5, 3,000 to 51 because it gives you that 1,500 buffer moss. So I just... Well, I lost it, so I'm on 49,000 now again. But it's good, I'm happy with that, man. So we'll see, we're going to get this race up and running. I'm just sending it to all the lobbies that I possibly know. I didn't see that, Thank you for letting me know, I just did it. Have you shared your party order? You know where to do that, right? No, just go to... press your PS button just the once. Yeah, then to party, obviously, then to the settings, yes. Party settings, allow my voice to be shared. Just allow always. Testing, guys. Can you hear it? Let me know. Can you hear it? Okay, having a look here. Fun. It is going to be exciting, man. I think the guys are going to have a ton of fun. Guys, tell me, can you hear Myrtle's stem now? Or his voice, rather, not his stem. Sorry, that's Afrikaans. A rookie mistake of me. Big mistake. I'm just checking if I can hear it now. Just do a testing again, please, mate.
Testing, just going voice check.
They say they can hear Dean only.
I'll go back into settings.
Let me see my audio sharing settings. Yeah, maybe adjust that. Just give me a second. Prioritize party chats. Yeah, so, okay, so it's a bit softer, and I think it's your microphone.
Okay,
Is it up max, right?
let me see. Good now?
That's much better on my side.
Okay. I'm
Okay,
in the red.
should
I
be
want to
better.
get too loud.
Saying one,
Stupid
two, testing, one,
Americans
two.
can't get anything right.
Just gonna say.
Okay.
And have some fun. Okay, they're saying they can hear you. At least it's slightly soft, but it's much better. So that is fine.
Yes, I'm intimidated by you guys. I don't like it.
So funny.
I actually am intimidating of these drivers, how good they are. But yeah, I adjusted the microphone level, but now I have an echo.
Do you have an echo?
Maybe
Very
it's just
strange.
mine, but I'll deal with it.
Like it happens.
Nope, it's gone now.
It happens.
Solved.
And I'm always loud, so. Okay, so let's quickly see if we can. You're on the. You're on the chat, on the YouTube stream at the moment, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. This is Myrtle, guys, the commentator. So, Myrtle, tell me, how are you doing? How was your day? Everything good?
Good evening on your end, good afternoon on my end. I'm doing well, a little bit rainy over here, but pretty good. How about yourself?
Beautiful. Winds has got us by the balls, at least a little bit, so it is perfect. So I like that. So I see Swordsman said it has been shared. And yeah, tell me, we're quickly going to have a look at the liveries. I'm going to tell them to quali starts in 5. Quali at, let me just quickly say it. Quali in 5 minutes. Let's quickly have a look at the liveries. If you want to spectate quickly, let's jump through the actual list and go through it.
Yeah. So, yeah, for the Americans, let me just switch to. I will start with Mr. Holman there.
Just give me a second if you don't mind, please.
Yeah.
You're supposed to use his SA livery. Okay, let's run through yours. Okay, so you're at Holman at the moment.
Yeah, so Joseph Holman, like we said in the first episode, he's 26. He's driving on a TGT wheel. But he's got the blue GRT labeled car livery. Moving right along to PX7 John. He's got the Red Bull Racing Mazda. PX7 John is part of Phoenix 7 Racing. He's, I believe, he's the second youngest driver, youngest American on a CSL Elite.
Awesome, awesome.
And then we'll move over to Prek Autista, who had power issues last week, but now he's here with us. He is in the, I'm having trouble trying to read. He's got a, well, it's a blue and yellow it looks like, but he's got a bunch of logos and labels on there that I can't really read. Well, I'm starting to think that he might have not have done that livery, because there's a Puerto Rican flag and it looks like maybe a Scotland flag, I'm not sure. But a little more info on Prek Autista. He's a 28-year-old out of Puerto Rico. He's driving on the G29.
Beauty, 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 beauty. And on to Mr. Swordsman himself.
Yeah, Mr. Swordsman, pretty funny livery on the back of his car. He's got on that ass labeled right there for you. So that should be on the front of his car if he's behind somebody. But yeah, NRT Swordsman 52, Stephen Cotton. He's age 31 and he's driving on a TGT as well.
And then Mr. Grove himself.
Yeah, so another Phoenix 7 driver. He is on the Fanatic Podium F1, one we all want to grab. And he is in a gold-plated Mazda.
Absolutely perfect. So let me jump through the SA guys. We've got Barbluxen who's just about to leave. I'm not sure why the pit sound is so loud. Okay, there we go. He has a South African flag on it, if you can have a look at Eleanor Barbluxen.
Yep, he's got it on the hood.
Yes, he's got it on the hood, on the sides as well. So what a nice pink little approval. Also part of the chat box sponsor, and he's part of the Eleanor League himself, one of the fastest leagues in South Africa. So then we've got Mr. Sunburn Donkey himself with the red flag, or the standard South African flag with a red car, which is beautiful. He's driving the Thrustmaster T300 RS. And then also for Barbluxen ahead also drives the G29, in fact, and both of them are, I think, 32, 33 years old. And then we've got Mr. Pace himself, part of Team SA captain. All his colors are always dark with the South African flag and chat box as well. He's also on the G29, I believe he's 28 years old. And then we've got Koketso, not Stinky, who is also using the black livery with himself for that. So he's also a 16-year-old driving with the controller 6-axis. Definitely one to watch for the future regarding this. He might be a world star in the making in the next 4 to 5 years, definitely, with his pace on 60,000 DR at the age of, I think, 16 years old, on controller 6-axis. On his last 4 FIAs, he had 4 wins on all 4 of his races.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Tell me that's a future star in the making.
He might already be a star. I mean, driving on a controller too. Get him on a wheel and he might up his game there.
So there we're quality starting. Yes, we managed to get him a G29 sponsored by one of our local community people, which is awesome. We might see him also going through to that. So let's jump through to the South Africans quickly for the quality start. Who's out first? Sunburn Donkey is out first, so we can follow him.
Yep, doing the warm-up lap around the long bending turn 1. I think they can take this at pretty high speed, but these cars can get really slippery, so that'll be entertaining come race time. Not too far behind him is Not Stinky. Pretty close, probably can get in the slip. There's a little bit of a gap, interesting enough, but Barbluxen is kind of by himself, leading the remaining 3 with Pace and Skiddy 1 behind Barbluxen.
That is correct, and also the Americans have now left the pits, so we can have a look at those. PX7 John leading the way by PX Grove just behind him, or just ahead of him rather. Yeah.
Swordsman's not too far along. Looks like they're kind of giving way to, he just gave way to GRT Holman.
Probably not to keep him back, as GRT Holman is the better driver at currently rated. So NRT Swordsman did decide last minute to jump on here. Quite funny, he has to be the driver, so if there are 6 we don't mind, as we want the team captains to be on the track. So the South Africans have just started their hot laps. All of them are leading 2 ways, Sunburn Donkey and Stinky. Barbluxen shortly behind.
Yeah, they just took turn 1 very, very smooth there, so keeping their speed high.
Yes, let's have a look at Sunburn Donkey and Not Stinky and alternate between the 2 of them. Or let's jump onto an onboard with Sunburn Donkey. These 2 are going to do quite hot laps. I'm doing a onboard with a Sunburn Donkey at the moment.
I'm with you, yeah. He's just about to go to the hairpin here. This could be tricky with these sports hard tires coming out of it because these cars can get a little slippery. But these are the best drivers in the world, so they probably don't really make mistakes.
Sunburn Donkey actually, in fact, about 5 weeks ago was only a 42,000 DR. He never did FIA races. And then we linked our league to FIA to practice for the races. And he got his T300 and within 2 weeks he jumped to 60,000. Let's have a look at this first lap time. How far Stinky behind him. Catching the slip, there's Stinky. 24.4. Stinky at 24.2. Nice pace with a 24.1. Awesome stuff.
Light quick.
Let's have a look at PX7 John coming on the final straight now.
Yep. The blue Red Bull Mazda leading the pack for the North Americans. He'll probably have a good time, but Grove is right behind him getting a full slipstream. Okay, they were in the 25s.
Holman, well done to Holman. Let's jump to GRT Holman. So his first lap was a 1:24.399, right up there. Podium spot for him.
Yeah, he had a pretty good slipstream, it looks like. And now PX7 Grove and John have actually switched positions probably for the third hot lap, but Holman's still getting the double slipstream right now, so he's probably in prime position to even put a better lap down. I wonder if the South Africans have switched order.
Sunburn Donkey has just passed, Barb Luxem has just jumped, not Stinky has jumped ahead, yes, he just did a 1:24.2, that was the previous lap. Let's have a look at PX7 Grove, who's going to be first to cross for the next lap again.
I think he kind of held up a little bit, or was it John who kind of held up? He might have a good lap.
We've got GRT Holman behind him, PX7 John slightly behind him as well. So it is definitely going to work very well for Holman, also in a very fast slip.
He improved this time, but not much overall. Holman had a 24.043. So
yes.
He almost broke the 24 marker.
Pole position there. PX7 Grove just brake checked his own teammate GRT Holman.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened there. It looked like he was trying to exit track, and it might have taken him a second or two. But Holman's last lap has been basically done. So
we've got Skitty 1, KLM Pace, and Eleanor Blixham also on each other's tails. Let's have a look at this three-way.
Okay. Yeah, Blixham is right behind Pace, coming around the final turn there. So
yeah.
Long straight, he's going to have a great toe.
Sunburn Donkey up to fourth with a 1:24.4.
Wow.
Quali over. So we've got GRT Holman P1 with a 1:24.043. What a legend. Mr. Pace representing Team Capitano at a 1:24.1. Not Stinky at a 1:24.2. Donkey at a 1:24.4. Skitty at a 1:24.6. Barb Luxem at a 1:24.7. And if you can just run us through the race from 7.
Well, actually, PX7 John is putting down his last part of his lap. He did improve it, but I don't know if he jumped any positions there.
He did not jump a position, no.
So now it's complete. All right.
Well, we've got Autista and PX7 Grove on their final lap as well.
Oh, they're
In fact, all the Americans are still lapping, yes.
Okay.
Let's have a look at Autista and Grove passing the finish line shortly.
Autista's about to cross, and then Grove is getting the slipstream right behind them. I'm not sure what happened to Grove's time there.
Not too sure either. If you can quickly just do a run through of the list for us, it will be great.
Yeah, so Holman has pole with basically a 1:24 flat, quite quick. and then followed by 5 South Africans with pace, 0.151 behind. Not Stinky, has Sunburnt Donkey, then I just cut out on me there. So
it is okay. This is going to be an intense race. South Africans dominating the midfield.
There's Holman all in front by himself, followed by the team of South Africa, and then we got the Precaltista, PX7 John, PX7 Grove, and Swordsman rounding out the 10.
What bothers me with that grid is there's no S rates for our drivers, and all of the other drivers are S rated.
Yep.
But this is what we're here for, right? For the exposure.
Yeah, no, this is...
Okay, so we've got...
You guys can hang, right?
Yeah, definitely. We've got Holman with pace, followed by Stinky, Donkey, Skitty, Bloodblix, and Autista, PX7 John, Grove. So let's jump to the front, and we're away. GRT Holman leads the way with a massive, massive slipstream. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think it'll be interesting with the 5 South Africans behind the 1 North American, but with this, with one makes, it's pretty interesting because it really comes down to the 2 or 3 things. One, the entrance to turn 1 and the exit on the last turn to keep your speed for that long straight, but ultimately it comes down to mistakes because everyone's driving, if you want to call it, a slow car, and you make a single mistake and it can cost you 4 or 5 tenths of a second, and that can be the difference between 1st and 5th place probably with this type of group.
And it looks like Holman and Pace are fighting in the front. Let's have a look at the 2 leaders at the moment.
Yeah, Pace got that good slipstream to start down the first stretch, but he's right on him.
Then we follow on the backpack, Stinky. See that trainer that he's going to lead as well. He definitely needs to start keeping up with the slipstream ahead.
Yeah, they don't want to lose that slipstream. Their Holman and Pace are going to move away from everyone.
Okay, we're back to Mr. Holman and Pace in front. So the race is now starting to settle. No real overtakes and stuff. The grid is exactly the same way it was.
Yeah, it did look like Swordsman at the back. Maybe he had a mistake because he's a good 4.5 seconds behind, so I'm not sure if he must have slipped out. Going back to the top, just entering turn 1, so they're all still very, very tight.
Oh, someone is overtaking someone at the back. We'll see on the grid if there's somebody changed. In fact, it didn't. Still the same, still a slip train. This is going to be an interesting race. Caleb Pace jumping to Stinky. Then we've got Donkey, Skitty, Barblixen, Autista, PX7 John, Grove, Swordsman at the back. Maybe something did happen, so we'll see what happens there. Pace is still pushing Holman, and I see that Stinky has closed the slipstream gap. In fact, so this might be interesting again that the whole train is linked.
Yeah, Holman might be pushing pretty hard, so his tires are going to maybe wear out towards the end. Maybe that's Pace's mentality there, is just to stay on him, stay with him, not really worry about too much, and try to save some tire wear towards the end. Because these front tires will start to wear down over 15 laps pretty hard, especially with these long bending turns, the turn 1 and the final turn.
Definitely revving it out in 4th gear, 125 to first lap. I think definitely Pace will let the race develop. No silly overtakes happening there. Ooh, Stinky had an aggressive attack to that. Did you see it?
Yeah, Pace was about to try to take the inside on turn 1, but he backed out of it.
No, he attacked the inside to avoid the dirty air. Just a little information pop there for you.
Okay.
Holman seems to want to push away with the slipstream here, trying to break that gap. Very tough with this type of level drivers to break slipstream, and the best of the best, I've seen them pull it off. And actually, Sunburn Donkey seems to be, or Skitty seems to be falling behind Sunburn Donkey. Do you see 4 and 5?
Yeah. Looks like Pace has dropped off a couple.
Pace has gone wide, and Stinky has taken the opportunity.
And now they are right on each other. gap between Holman and Stinky is about a second, but that will close down this long stretch.
Okay, interesting. So only one development, which was Stinky is going with Pace. I think Pace went a little bit wide, but with the slipstream, everything is literally one mistake and you can be charred up.
Yeah, that's kind of what it can be. Any minimal mistake and you can lose a lot of time because it takes so long to accelerate in these cars.
And the width that these guys can take on this. Oh, someone just hit the sidewall. I think it was Autista. Yes, Autista hit the sidewall. He held Grove back and they've just broken the slip to PX7 John.
Yeah, they're about 2 seconds back, so I don't think they will be able to slip anymore. I think you need
He hit the wall. That's why Grove couldn't pass him. So he broke the slipstream and held Grove back.
That's the nature of racing, right?
Pace has gone down another position. Wonder what happened. We missed it, unfortunately, but nothing massive. Maybe just a clean pass.
Well, I was watching his. You were doing some practicing earlier this weekend, or last weekend, and he said he was having an issue with his pedals, fluttering with the speed. So I'm wondering if he's having another issue.
He managed to fix them at least, yes. Yeah, he was definitely having that, and he was still competing in our league. Actually got a podium with pedals like that. And then on Saturday we went to an FI with the right pedals and showed us what he really can do. Got himself a victory, and Stinky also got a victory with 289 points and 270 points.
Man, that turn one was just entertaining. They're all going so fast.
I do not know how the suspension of these cars can handle it.
Yeah, well, in reality, they probably wouldn't be able to, but...
Okay, so Autista, Grove, Swordsman still falling behind a little bit more. He just jumped on at the end of the day. So I don't think he really put in the practice that he wanted to due to some situations.
Yeah, and if you have a mistake and you lose slipstream, you'll never catch up.
This is true.
Look at Autista and Grove, they were down like, what, by 2 seconds? And now they're down by over 3 just after one lap and making a mistake.
Let's just quickly jump on board to Not Stinky's Mazda here and see how it feels to drive behind one of the fastest in America.
Yeah, if you look at his tires, they're a tiny bit better than Holman's, so he's maybe handling these high-speed corners a little bit better, but maybe that's also due to kind of the slipstream.
I'm just quickly going to exit the lobby as I can't change. Well, not the lobby, I'm just going to exit the thing quickly and spectate back again as I want to be able to change the views. Okay, I'm on board with Not Stinky.
Oh, is he trying to go for the undercut there? Pretty close.
No, he held it back.
I think he was thinking about it. So you have to exit the lobby to change your views because I can't change my views.
No, I changed the views. Just don't exit the lobby, just exit and go back to spectate. A sunburned donkey falling back. Oh, you made a mistake. Pace taking advantage of that definitely again.
Yep, Pace up to third now. So
Skitty and PX7 John. PX7 John has passed Barblixum, and Barblixum falling slightly behind as well. You can see it back. Oh, PX7 John's going to make a move on Skitty. He did it successfully. Yep. Skitty going to come for the cutback. Definitely not movies made. PX7 John, well done, brother. Well done.
That last corner, you can really cut onto the right.
I saw that now as well, yes.
Yeah, I didn't know you could cut in that far.
I thought your right wheels had to be on the apex myself. If we can quickly maybe jump to KLM Pace on board.
Okay.
Just have a look at what it's like with people behind you, Donkey, and then Stinky and Holman ahead. I do not know how the suspension and chassis can handle that bump.
Well, you might have to raise the car a little bit, otherwise you're going to be having parts all over the track there. But yeah, Pace is he's catching up a little bit in that slipstream. He's got the little double pull there. Sunburnt's dropped a little bit behind pace, but not by too much.
Definitely, and PX7 John is back on P5, making a move.
Yeah, and we are just about at the halfway point here. And that front right tire on everyone's car is starting to wear pretty hard, but it'll be interesting come lap.
Stinky looking up on the inside as well, if you can have a look from Pace's view.
Yeah, he's right on him. Pace touched the wall there, slowed him down a little bit. Now
Donkey's on the inside. You can just get him into his slip and just recover that 0.2, 0.3 that he lost.
Yep.
Jumping on the inboard or the onboard of Sunburn Donkey. Oh, and Holman went wide. Stinky goes for the inside move. Is he coming for the cutback, Holman? He definitely is. It looks like he's going to be successful. Let's have a look here. I hope there's no punting and jumping. No, Stinky will break. He's a very gentleman-like driver. He will rather not bump. And he'll rather give positions away. So that is definitely something you'll have to learn, is defend your position at all times, but also be sincere and humble on the track.
Yeah, it's a respectful move. I think he probably could have held his line and there could have been contact, but maybe his thinking is it's only halfway through the race. Just stay behind him and maybe get a good slipstream.
Yes, also, but that will be a strategic move. However, he is very humble, and that's probably his biggest personality trait, which is awesome, but in racing it's also probably one of his worst, as he'll rather avoid contact or something or let someone through instead of being an aggressive defender.
Yeah, I wish more people were like that in FIA, but I'm kind of the same way. I try to avoid contact at all costs, but at some point you're right, you do have to hold your line and try to force maneuvers. But if you're on board with, you're on board with Donkey, right? It looks like he's going for the undercut on turn 1. Oh, he's holding it.
Just didn't have enough speed to carry it. Look at the train behind Donkey also forming now. It's still anyone's game. One mistake. One mistake.
Wow. Yep. P1
with Stinky behind him. Yes.
A second difference.
And then PX7 John and Skitty 1 Barblixum. Then we've got Otista and Grove at the back. The swordsman. What you said earlier regarding the slipstream. As soon as you lose it, definitely yes. 7 John has taken pace to P4.
Yeah,
PX7 John is also the holder of the fastest lap.
Yeah, PX7 John's fastest lap was lap 4.
Yes, 1:24.299. So he's definitely pushing.
He is right on Stinky's bumper.
He is indeed. This is where race pressure comes in. Donkey going on the inside again. Let's have a look from PX7 John's view. Should be perfect view for us. Stinky going on the inside as well.
Oh, little contact.
He gave the position back to him. He will also do that.
Yep. Oh wow, this is tight. Pretty entertaining going through those turns.
It is indeed. Skitty 1 slightly behind. Respect between the drivers. Barblixen coming up on the left side. Why is he doing that? He knows Skitty gave the gap. He will let him through now. And now he's going to stay on the inside, so he'll probably take the next corner. And that gets PX7 Grove also maybe to come through. Sorry, I misjudged my angle there.
But now P1 through 7 is a 2.5-second difference, but they're all pretty much right in the line.
Basically,
now
yes.
these tires are starting to show themselves, so these aggressive moves into turn one could get interesting with worn tires.
Yeah, it seems that some of the YouTube viewers are actually thinking that the Americans' tactic is to try and slow down for the race to catch up. Whereas unfortunately it's not. All of the guys are together in a party, in fact. All of the drivers, US and RS, are in a party together, so I'm assuming there were a couple of moments saying, oh, that was close, oh, sorry, okay, you can come through, let's go, etc. Especially with Stinky and Holman in front, I believe definitely there was some respect shown on their in a party chat that they're on at the moment. And with regards to saying, no, listen, you'd rather come, I'm sorry about that, take your place back, etc. What do you think, Mert?
Yeah, I mean, they're all respectful drivers. I think they're...
Holman's got Donkey back.
They're having fun, trying to race hard, but with respect.
Let's have someone saying on the inside, move here, PX7 John going for P3. Not Stink almost going off wide. Pace shortly behind. Pace has got the best view. Oh, John has tried for the cutback. He didn't do it. Stinky cuts him off beautifully.
Yeah, Stinky held his line so he would have the inside corner on those turns.
Beautiful. Donkey is on the bumper of Holman again.
Yeah, this is great. So close. But Holman's going on the inside there. He's kind of playing defensive.
Barblixen made a mistake. He's falling behind. He looks like he's losing the slip. From 0.7 to 1.1. And he's going to hold Skitty 1 back also because of the move he made on the previous corners. They're breaking the slip, so he needs to catch up very soon. Back to not Stinky in P3 now. What do you think it's this, brother?
It's quite close. It's going to be anybody's game come lap 15. Oh, a little bit of contact between teammates there. Stinky got...
Donkey got the wrath of the grass and he shunted back.
Yeah, probably just some accidents there, but especially being between teammates. But now Pace is right behind Stinky. What position did PX7 John start? Wasn't he in P7 or 8?
I think so, yes. He's had an amazing drive at the moment.
Yeah.
Stinky must not lose that slipstream. That must cost him the slipstream, yes.
And Barblixen is right on pace, coming up on Stinky now.
Donkey in front going for the move.
Yeah, he must have had a really good slipstream there, because he was a car length ahead now. Boy, this is close every single lap. This is great.
This is beautiful. This is beautiful racing.
And this is great practice for tomorrow's FIA for these guys.
Definitely. Stinky going a bit wide as well. PX7 John has had a phenomenal run from the back. Cool, yeah. Calm, collective, patient, just pipping one by one by one. Make a small mistake, PX7 John has pounced.
PX7 John does have a penalty though, I just noticed. I wonder where that came into play. He just burned it off, but he did have a penalty. I don't remember seeing where he would have gotten that, but maybe he was cutting corners.
Let's go to the back of the back. Stinky again hitting the wall. Pace will now come on the inside. Now Donkey will start trying to break the slipstream to understand that we can't rotate anymore.
Yeah, he was kind of swerving there so that Holman wouldn't go inside, but Holman's right on his bumper. Wow, he held his line pretty hard there. That was a good
pace went wide.
Oh, Sunburned Donkey cutting it back on the inside though, on the under of the overtake.
Beautiful move from Donkey, defending his position back.
Yeah.
Oh, Barbluxen went off wide to the grass. Might maintain his position at least, or the slipstream.
Yeah, I think he's still in it.
Just a question from one of our viewers from Wesley. Do you think that these drivers, apart from what I know on chat that did say did help, oh, some Benonki has gone wide or lagged, has helped them actually with their nations races?
I think so. I mean, it's when you get a good, because usually these guys will enter lobbies and they're used to racing against the same guys over and over. They're kind of just doing it for fun. But when you race against other really good drivers that you're not familiar with, it's a pretty good warm-up practice. And as we saw when we were doing the practice lobby, most of them said they're just jumping in here. They haven't done any practice at all. So this is a pretty good warm-up. It gives them a good idea on tire wear and type of routes to take for attacking the track. This is the final lap, and it looks like Holman and John have a little bit of a lead on Sunburnt.
Pace is also coming for the move, so let's check what happens here.
Gosh, they're all right behind each other. That's crazy.
None of them should be greedy right now, should keep it to the final straight.
No, but John just tried to go inside on Holman, and now he kind of blocked it, and so Sunburnt might is benefiting from that little mistake by John.
This is 3, 4, 5 wide through this last corner.
Yeah,
this is going to be intense.
I don't know if John's going to have enough inside. He got it close.
Pace made an awesome inside move.
Yeah, that was
we
good.
might get a victory from Donkey. Pace might get a podium.
Oh boy, this is close.
This is intense, down to a drag race. Come on. This is oh so close. Oh yes, that was fun.
I think if Sunburnt would have cut over to give Pace the slipstream, Pace might have gotten second.
Absolutely
wow,
beautiful. Alternate. SA, USA, SA, USA, SA, SA, SA. What a finish. Absolutely phenomenal, guys. That was beautiful. Everybody planned it for the last lap. Murd, what was your thoughts on that last lap, man?
I mean, it seemed like the last lap was just the same as the previous 14, but yeah, I think everyone was like, either give me first or I don't care. So it was pretty interesting to see that they were going for gold there. But congratulations to Sunburnt with the mistake by John led him the undercut and the overtake.
Yeah, I don't think John should have tried to go for the move on that corner. I mean, he was in the slipstream. You could have just taken him on the last straight. What do you think about that?
Well, yeah, I mean, he had second locked up, but like I said, I think he was trying to go for a P1, and he made a mistake, and then it also cost Holman.
Well, I see PX7 John has left the room, funny enough. I'm not too sure why.
I am not sure.
According to me, maybe it was his move that was the incorrect one. Swordsman, we're just finishing our commentary, brother. How was it?
It was kind of interesting. Yeah, so I wasn't entirely sure what the fuel situation was going to be. So I do what I do in most races where I'll like set, power level 6 as you're like sitting on the grid to go. Well, I didn't set it back down to 1. So it was after the first lap where I'm like, man, I'm like 5 seconds behind everyone. What the heck? And I was cycling through on my TGT. I was cycling through to see the power, and I was still set to power level 6. I'm like, oh. So, yeah. So if you set to power level 6 for the first lap, you definitely will not run out of fuel. I learned that. So.
Yeah, well, I think you might not run out of fuel if you just leave it on 1, but.
Okay.
Okay, let's just get everybody on the party chat. Let's just get everybody on the party chat. Well done, Donkey, with your win. Pace, Mr. Kalen Moa. Absolutely beautiful podium sneak attack there on the last corner, brother.
Yeah, thanks, Brad. Thanks. It was unfortunate there for Holman, though. I think he was looking for a move around the outside at the hairpin, and things got a bit hairy between himself and John. And luckily, we were right behind each other.
No, I think John came on the inside of Holman. Is that not right? Yeah, that's true.
At the same time.
Okay.
But I see he has left the lobby and he's not on the party chat. Do you think there are hard feelings? Was he on your party?
Yeah, he's in the party chat. John is.
I'm still here. Yeah.
I can't see you. Oh, I see you're in the party chat. Okay, perfect. Tell me, that last corner, between you and Holman, we were all thinking that you guys will just run it through to the final straight and have a little drag race. What made the move there?
I honestly, that was my exact same plan. Like, coming to the white flag, I told Holman I was happy with where I was. I just wanted to hold position, and that's why I bump drafted him on the front stretch, or else I would have gone for the move in the first corner. I just wanted to get a US 1-2 that would have been a happy result for me. And coming onto the back stretch, I just saw that third place was right on my bumper, so I went to go to the defensive side for the hairpin, and I guess I just misjudged my braking zone. I wasn't trying to go for a dive bomb or anything. And
well, especially not if your own teammate, right?
Yeah, I guess I just wasn't expecting on all the tire wear by lap 15, and the braking zone seemed to change more than I expected. So, just a small mistake from me. I wasn't trying to go for the win or anything. I was just trying to defend, and I missed my braking zone.
Well, that was actually perfect. I think if there had to be a man of the match or driver of the match, and it was up to me, apart from Donkey with your win, congratulations, brother. Okay, bye. Donkey means thank you very much, guys, for those who don't know Afrikaans. So, yes, I would definitely give race of the day to you, John. Absolutely phenomenal, bro. Pick everybody from the back. One mistake done, John is there. One mistake, John is there. And yeah, you probably could have gone for the win at the end. So superb racing from yourself. What was your mindset there going through?
Mindset was just trying to maintain the tires, not try to wear them too much, try not to slide them into any corners. And I felt that like a lot of people were overshooting turn one, like not that much, but I felt like you just need to apex a bit later than everyone was that we could get a good exit. And so I was just really focusing on corner exit and a lot of these, like especially going on to the final corner. And I felt that was how I was able to get all my passes, just getting a lot of momentum off the final corner and just being able to draft and go for a pass into the first corner, something along those lines.
Well, it definitely worked for you. So for everybody that wants to know how the whole John came to P2 from I think P6 or 7, that's how, right? Tire saving, P8, sorry, even better.
Yeah, and draft also played a big factor. You just need to stay in the draft the whole thing to have a chance. So
race, don't lose it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I don't think there's going to be as much respect as what you guys have shown towards each other. So, from Pace, Holman, John, and Donkey, what would you guys say will be the strategy regarding the dive bombs, etc., and defend? Go wider lines, tighter lines, or just for the viewers? And regarding people behind you, might going for the dive bomb is the actual thing I want to get to for people.
Yeah, like Donkey's saying, I think it's a case of just watching what the guys are doing behind you. If you can see that they're obviously gonna go for the dive, let them dive you, because they will then run wide, and then just obviously undercut them thereafter, depending what part of the track you're on. And I think it'll also be key if you can see that guys are racing aggressively, rather just stay away from it, but obviously not too far away that you're not losing gaps to the guys in front and stuff. So yeah, it's a thinking man's race, this one. It's going to be very difficult to kind of judge correctly, but yeah, as long as you can keep it safe, keep it clean, it'll be fun. As
Okay,
fun
so
as what this one was. I think a lot of us in chat are saying, yo, this is fun.
yeah, because I mean, from P2, 3, 4, and 5, alternated probably every single lap. But I remember there, Donkey was down to 4 and 5, Pace, you were up to 2, Stinky was up to 2. It was just chaos, and only person for the 14 laps was ahead and second ended up coming fourth. So it's very interesting to see that. Holman, what was your overall thought of the party or of the race? Being in front the whole time, it's a different mindset, a different strategy. Obviously, if you're in pole and you start ahead, to defend a whole train of 10, 15 people behind you.
I wasn't really thinking about defending. It was more, I had confidence going into turn 1 that I can take multiple lines, so like if someone wants to overtake, I know where I want to put my car in a position to gain that position back.
Okay, we myself and Mert noticed that, so we were wondering what you were doing. So just if you can give a little bit more clarity on that, because we saw you go wide at some times, and other times you went very tight on the inside.
Yeah, I was reacting to whatever action the driver behind me was going to take. If they wanted to sit behind, I was going to take a line that I know is fast around that corner. If they wanted to go to the overtake, I'd let them go into that corner with a lead and try to find a way to cut back.
Okay, that's very smart, because we were wondering why one or twice you went wide, and Donkey, obviously, as we know, Donkey, he's going to go for the inside line every single time trying to pass you on the overtake. It's like you guys had fun in the front, but I think so too. You guys, both of your strategies at the exiting corner of turn 1, twice it worked for you, Donkey, and twice it worked for Yolman. So I think the guys watching definitely can learn from that. And I mean, from 1 to 7, except for Autista's mistake against the wall, which broke the slip train, all of you would have been within 2.5 seconds across the finish line, the top 9. So I'm assuming A+ and S races are going to be insane. It's going to be a matter of rotation and alternating lead.
Yep, for sure.
Okay, guys, so I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this was good prep and practice for you guys for tomorrow regarding your nations races. If it's anything to reflect on these races, I think definitely you guys are a step ahead of the competition that you guys are going to be driving against. And just a question the viewers want to know, maybe Swordsman, you or Holman can give us a short answer regarding this. Last week's warm-up race, did you feel that warm-up race definitely assisted you in being better on that following day?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Disconnected my headset there for a second with the screaming baby.
So Holman, a short from you, definitely yes. Definitely yes.
Yep.
Good. Yourself, Swordsman, last week's warm-up races, did it prep you for the next day?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It preps me what to avoid doing. Like remember to, for myself, like put the power level back to 1 when the green flag hits. So,
that's good. He was driving at power level 6, guys. That's why after lap 2 he was 6 seconds behind without any mistakes. Okay, so just from my side and Mert, Mert, thank you very much for co-commentating, brother. If you want to finish off this show in this segment, and then I've got Pace and Swordsman, you can give a quick and short message to the drivers and a thank you. Mert, you can take us through?
Yeah, this was fun. It was good to view as a lower level driver around the 45,000 mark. It's good to see these tips and tricks of what the top level drivers are doing. So it's fun from my angle. I appreciate the good racing and the respect.
Absolutely beautiful. And then, Pace, if you just want to finish up with the visiting team.
Yeah, no, big shout out to the guys from Team North America. I think it's really awesome to be able to race with drivers of this caliber. I'm pretty sure that my team are really happy to kind of know that we are on a good level. We still obviously have a way to go to kind of make our presence a bit more felt in terms of the EMEA region. And yeah, just onwards and upwards as always, man.
Beauty. Swordsman to the South African team and your team? Short?
Oh yeah, hands down. Lots of mutual respect. Everyone's really pushing each other to go a little bit faster, and it's just been real solid competition and really good practice for the week to come. So yeah, absolutely applaud and appreciate this opportunity for us from the North America side to be able to race with some really top quality drivers from South Africa. So. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Pace, and thanks a lot, Swordsman, for leading or letting South Africans go through first. Okay, that's all, guys. I appreciate everybody driving, racing, etc. So these are the race results. The replay will be shared this evening or tomorrow quickly, either by myself or maybe Pace will share the replay. I'm not sure. And then yes, Mr. USA and everything, and Team South Africa, thank you so much for doing it. We'll see you again next week, same time, same place. Perfect. Mert, also, thank you, brother.
Awesome, thank you. See you next.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, Swordsman, everybody.
Cheers, thank you.